Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, and it is not a chemo day, so I actually have time to film a weigh-in and a weight loss topic. I am going to try to get better about doing these on chemo days too. I just need to get my act together. It's me. There's no other excuse for it. It is me. So anyway, just wanted to. We'll start with the weigh-in like we always do. If you remember last week after being away, I was up 0.4. This week, down 0.4. So nice and steady. Lost what I gained. And I'm happy with that. Sorry, I had to get my tea in this morning. It's kind of dreary and yucky outside, and I just need that tea. But anyway, let me put it down. There we go. Got my Phillies shirt on. Tomorrow's opening day. I am so excited. Not going to wear this tomorrow because I'm going to be in the kitchen all day making 3 batches of strawberry jam. So not wearing my good shirt. So I'll figure I'll wear it today. But anyway, enough about that. Let's start talking. So down 0.4. Let's start talking about the weekly topic, which is how to sneak movement into your day. Let's see what they have to say. Now, you know, half the time I don't agree with what they say, but that's okay. It says, no time for a full workout? Don't sweat it. You can add extra movement into the things you're already doing. Every little bit counts. 100% I agree with that, but I don't agree with not making time for a workout. And I'm not saying once or twice here or there, because it does happen. When we were away, we had every intention of using the gym in the hotels, and we didn't. I get it, but you can't use that excuse every day. You just need to start scheduling it in. You schedule in your meals, you schedule in your work, you schedule in your fun, schedule in a workout. Always schedule, prioritize it. Because by prioritizing a workout, you are prioritizing yourself. Yep, I know, it's not easy. It's not easy to get up at the crack of dawn to do it before work. It is not easy to do it after you come home from a long day at work. It is not easy. I get it, and I know that. But priorities, right? Priorities. But for those times when you just want to sneak some extra movement in, or if you know you're not going to get a workout in because of whatever reason or excuse, there's a difference between reasons and excuses, you can sneak it in other ways. I have my ideas, but let's see what they say first. Try this. Step 1, pick one day this week and think about what's on your to-do list. Step 2, consider how you might sneak movement into those tasks or situations. Then pick 2 to try. A few ideas. So they're pretty much assuming that you are not making any time to work out. I'm not going to assume that. I'm going to assume that you guys work out regularly, at least 4 times a week. That's what we'll say. Because I know you do. So important. But what if you can't? What if you have a day that you can't? And I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of times we do not work out on Thursdays of chemo week. When Doug's wearing the bag of chemo, and plus he's a little tired, we do not work out. And I generally don't work. I mean, I could easily do it. I could get up by myself and do it. I don't, just because then he starts feeling like, oh, I should get up with her and do something. And I don't want him to do that. Now, a lot of times I will get some movement in during the day when he's not here. We'll take the babies for a walk or whatever. But we are going to assume that every other Thursday I do not work out. So what can we do to sneak movement in? I'll give you their ideas, and maybe they're just like mine. It says at home, stretch while waiting for coffee to brew. Dance to music during dinner prep. And walk around the house after getting the mail. Totally doable. Also, if you're a TV watcher, every commercial, get up and do something, whether it's jumping jacks or marching in place or stretching or whatever it is that you like to do. We have the kind of house where you can actually make like laps, like it's all open. So we can actually do laps, like there's no walls to stop us. So you could do that if you have that type of house, or figure out another way. Do some laps, do some walking, get some steps in during the commercials. Don't just sit on the couch. Sometimes commercials are long. You can get some good steps in there. Or if you want to up your heartbeat a little bit more during commercials, if you have a 2-story house, go up and down the steps, up and down the steps, up and down the steps. Who needs a stair climber at the gym when you have steps in your house, right? Right. There are so many things you can do during those commercial breaks. So that is definitely one way to do it. Now they say stretch while your coffee's brewing. I don't know many people that stand there and wait for the coffee to brew. I know when our coffee and tea are brewing, I'm packing breakfast and lunch, or making breakfast and lunch, or emptying the dishwasher or something like that. But if you're the type to stand there and watch the pot, then definitely do your stretches then. Stretch out your arms, stretch out your back, stretch out your legs, stretch it all out from head to toe. Dance to music during dinner prep. I mean, I guess you could. I can't imagine dancing while chopping, but you know, if you're standing there stirring, definitely move, march in place, do something. You know, I'm fortunate with the daycare when we have a dance party every single day, and we dance for 20 minutes, and it's generally interactive dances. So, you know, if you have little kids, if you have grandkids, put that music on. You know, we love Laurie Berkner, We Are the Dinosaurs, and Laurie Berkner, the Goldfish song, because they're interactive and they're movements, and they tell you what movements to do. So, like, if you have grandkids in your home, or if you have kids, look for something like that, or any song you can make into a dance party. You know, with the kids, I like to do ones that give direction, because it just is part of learning. And things like that, but it gets you moving. It gets your heart rate up. And they say walk around the house after getting the mail. Yep. If you go outside to get the mail, maybe not even come in with the mail. Maybe like walk around your house, or go get the mail and walk around the block. That's another thing. Just once around the block, just a little bit of movement in. This is about sneaking in movement. It is not about planning that regular workout. This is for when we can't get that regular workout in and we're sneaking it in. It's amazing. It is amazing some days. At the end of the day, when I look at my steps, when I didn't do like a real workout, or if I just did weights, which doesn't have a lot of steps, it is amazing at the end of the day how many steps you get in. I'm not a big step person. Like I look at it, but I don't like go crazy about it. But it's amazing at the end of the day, just a normal day of normal stuff, of homemaking, of chores, of, you know, work. Like Doug has a sedentary job. He sits behind a desk, but he gets up and he goes to the copier, or he gets up and goes out to the shop, or he gets up and goes to the bathroom, or he gets up and goes to the kitchen. So he makes a conscious effort to get up and move. Because if he doesn't make a conscious effort to get up and move, he will sit, because, you know, he's sitting there, he's busy, he's in front of his computer. So for him, he really has to remember to get up and move. And I think a lot of us with those type of jobs do have to remember. You know, like I said, I'm always moving because of the children, but on days that I'm off and I'm working on like editing or returning emails or answering comments, I set a little timer, because I will get so in the zone that I will forget. So I set a timer for 20 minutes. And every 20 minutes, I get up and just kind of move and shake it out and things like that. Because if not, I'm old and I get stiff. So definitely be mindful of that if you have a sit-down job. Oh, and then we're going right into that. I should have looked. At work. Oh my gosh. I swear I don't look at this. I do not look at this. Set a timer to get up and move every hour. I do 20 minutes because it's what works for me, but I'm also not in an office setting, but try to get up and move every hour. Then it says stand up each time you respond to an email, or take a call standing up or walking around. So there's some good ideas. I mean, if you're tethered to a phone, like a phone with a cord, you might not be able to do that. But I know like at Doug's office, it's all cordless cellular. And I think they answer it like on their computer. I don't know, but stand up. And even if you can't walk around, march in place or sway or stretch or do something to get your body moving. And then their last category is on the go. And we all know this one. Park further from wherever you're headed. I don't advise that at night, but during the daylight, maybe you want to park a couple parking spots down. Park in the back of the parking lot. Park under a light. Return your shopping cart to the store's front entrance instead of the cart corral right next to you. And of course, this one goes for work too. If you work in a bigger office building, take the stairs instead of the elevator. We are definitely stair people. Wherever it is we can, we take the stairs. Whether, like the whole time we were away visiting Kim in our hotel, we took the stairs. When Doug goes for his chemo, we take the stairs. We are definitely stair people, unless of course we're going into the hotel and we have like 3 things of luggage with us. But always look for the stairs if you can do stairs, because it will definitely add to your day. So it says, let's dive a little deeper. Despite your best intentions, it's normal if exercise sometimes falls to the bottom or even off your to-do list. Yes, it is normal, but once again, priorities. Priorities. If you have time to sit and read a book, or if you have time to watch TV, or if you have time to do your favorite hobby, then you need to find the time to get some movement in. You do. And it doesn't have to, I've said it 100 times, you do not have to go out and run a marathon. You do not have to go out and walk 5 miles. You can do something at home. We do not belong to a gym. Everything we do is at home. And even if you have physical limitations, there's still things you can do. Look up chair yoga, or look up, any type of chair exercises. You'd be surprised how many YouTube videos there are. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Do the alphabet with your arms. If you're sitting in a chair, take your arms and do the alphabet in the sky. Let me tell you, the better you get at it and the faster you go, you can feel it. You can really, really feel it in your arms. You can do some kind of movement. You can. You just need to prioritize it. Look at everything else you do during the day. Look at the stuff you do for fun and pleasure. Maybe instead of sitting in front of the TV for an hour, maybe exercise for 15 minutes before you allow yourself to watch your favorite show. Maybe exercise for half an hour before you allow yourself to watch your favorite show. It just comes down to priorities and what you want. And guys, I've said it before. A body in motion stays in motion, and a body at rest stays at rest. You need to be in motion. You don't have to go out and run. You don't have to go out and, do an elliptical machine. You don't have to go out and swim 10 miles or ride a bike for 20 miles. You don't. You just have to do something. Sneaking it in our day is a fantastic, fantastic thing, but you need to prioritize getting some regular movement in as well. Our heart is our biggest muscle in our body. We need to keep that strong. And how do you keep it strong? By exercising. How do you keep your joints loose? By exercising. How do you keep your muscles strong? By exercising. So trust me, get that movement in. Yes, sneak it in, but also schedule it in. I have started running again after a big hiatus. I decided not to jump right back in with, oh, I'm going out and doing 3 miles. I'm just not sure how my knee will feel about that, because the last 2 times I started, I kind of just went all in again, and my knee was bothering me after about 2 miles. So I decided to ease into it and kind of do like a modified couch to 5K just to see how far I can push it and things like that. I have a physical appointment coming up in May. So I think I'm going to just see if they'll write for an x-ray on my knee just to look at it, make sure everything's okay. So I don't want to do any further damage. If it does start hurting me, I stop. I do. So I'm just trying to see if easing back into it will help. And let me tell you, I am enjoying it so much. I didn't realize how much I missed it. So it says, it's a myth that you have to move for a certain amount of time or in a certain way for it to count. The truth, some movement is always better than none, and all movement adds up. So whether it's a few extra steps in a parking lot or a few minutes of dancing in your kitchen, yes, it all adds up. It really does. I still think it's important to prioritize it because once it becomes a habit, you're going to love it. So ditch the all or nothing mindset around activity and look for opportunities to move that work with your schedule and all the other stuff that you're doing. Making activity feel doable and less like a time-consuming chore is key to getting and staying active. Then, recognize what you did and the effort you put in, no matter how small, noting how it's getting you closer to your goal. So, well, I agree with a lot of it. I think to make it really count, you're going to need to do more than just stretching while your coffee is brewing. How long does it take for coffee to brew? I don't know. I know when I don't drink coffee, but when I make French press every morning for Doug, it takes about 3 minutes for the water to boil and 5 minutes for it to brew. So there's 8 minutes. Not a bad start if you want to stretch for 8 minutes. But are you really standing there stretching for the whole 8 minutes? Be rough, be tough on yourself. Ask yourself if you're truly putting in the effort. And if you are, that is wonderful. Give yourself a pat on the back. If you are making any effort at all, give yourself a pat on the back. But if you're kind of half-hearting it, look at what you're doing and maybe try to bump it up a little bit. And like I said a million times in this video, try to carve out time. A half an hour, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Just try to carve out that time for dedicated workout time. It'll get you in a good mindset. And I think it will also help you to want to move more during that downtime. Start small. If you don't want to dedicate time right now, don't. But do some of these techniques to start. The biggest one, if you like to watch, if you are a TV watcher, then do it during the commercials. That is like the best tip ever. We don't watch a whole lot of TV. I have my favorite shows. I have my must-watches, it's good if I see them. And then I have my, oh my gosh, I'm bored and want to be a couch potato shows. So right now, like I said, it's baseball season is starting tomorrow. That is pretty much a must watch for us. But I don't have to be sitting in front of the TV. As long as I can hear the game, I'm fine with that. But if there are nights where we do sit and watch a full game, then between every inning, I get up and move. No matter what, I get up and move. Just because I don't want to sit there for 2.5 hours without moving. And it's a good way to do it. And usually, I've told you before, exercise reduces my stress. I am a stress exerciser. And being a Phillies fan, there's always stress during games. So it's always good to get up between innings and move a little bit. But it's what I do. It's what I do. It's not what you have to do, but movement is good for you. And you all know that deep down. You do. You know that deep down. So try to get some in. If you can't or won't schedule some time for some movement, then at least try to sneak it in. I highly recommend you schedule just 15 minutes and increase it as time goes on. But if you cannot do that, or if you're not willing to do that, then definitely try to sneak it in. Think about your day and how your day rolls and how you can sneak it in. I know Doug stretches in the shower every morning because he likes that hot water hitting him while he stretches out his back and his legs and his arms and stuff like that. It's only 2 minutes, but it's something. If you do, if you do that 2 minutes in the shower, and then if you take the stairs at work 3 or 4 times a day, and it will build up. It will all build up, and it will count. So try to schedule it, and if you absolutely cannot, then sneak it in. You got this. You got this. Let me know below how you like to sneak it in. If anything I didn't cover, or even if I did cover it, what's your favorite way to sneak it in? Mine, like I said, is during commercials, between innings, and taking the stairs. I think they're my favorites. So let me know what your favorites are. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me jabber on. And I will see you all probably on Friday for Easter menu, weekly menu, and Easter grocery haul. Have a great day, and I will see you all soon.